Hi there, Lisa Scola, Success with Scola. It is Thursday, so I am going to find my video real quick, share it in a few spots. So as I'm waiting for a few of you all to attend, which looks like I'm starting to get a few. I wish I could like bloop, 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 just pick a whole big bunch of them and go with it. That would be awesome. See how, save me some time. It most definitely would save me some time. No, I don't share in a group. And we want to share it here. So, oh, look who we have. We have Rachel. Hey, beautiful. How are you? Sonia and Diane. Hi, Diane. And Kelly. Yay. How's Kelly doing? Staying strong, I hope. Staying strong. All right, one more. I didn't share it in all of the ones. I just shared in a few of them that I know they're looking for. And here we are. Here we go. There we go. That should be good. Excellent. So who else did we get? Oh, Patricia. Hi. How are you? And oh, hi, Patty. And Jody's on. And Chris is on. Yay. So how is everybody? Let's just go with that. How are we doing today? My mind has been frozen because we've been in this deep freeze for a few days and it's been awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, Rachel, love the makeup. Rachel's on. You guys see her, follow her. She does beautiful makeup. Joy. Oh, hi, G. Gigi's on. Let's see anybody else. We got, Julie. Hey. And Lisa Yanato. Yes. And Martha. Hello. Trying it near iPad and big TV. Oh, Julie. Oh my God. You're going to put me on the big screen. That's kind of like scary. If it's like HD TV, then you can see like all the stuff. You ever notice like when you have the TV on and that's one of the things like you never notice, like you watch like the news guys and whatever, you're watching normal stuff and you're like, wow, look at their skin. So I did break into my strawberry Baileys, strawberries and cream. It's like Nestle Quick in a cup. So good, but it warms you up a little bit. It's just that perfect blend. So hopefully you've got a nice beverage, and we're going to talk a little bit about our mindset today. I picked this earlier in the week. Oh, hi, Phyllis and Ide. Oh, you're freezing in New York, Diane. I know, girl. I hear you. I hear you. There's some of our friends that are on, though, right now, like from Texas and stuff, and they're just not feeling this cold that we there's no appreciation for it. Although, we do have, oh, yes, you did have yes, Rachel had a birthday. Happy birthday. Jody's freezing. Stacy's cold. See, but tomorrow we're going to have a heat wave. So it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be like 40 degrees. And we're going to be like in our shorts and we're going to have short sleeves on and we're going to go outside and go, oh my God, look at it. It's like a heat wave. So, I mean, well, not that drastic, I'm sure, but it's going to be close because like literally it's been face hurting, nose hairs freezing, terrible cold. Yes. And I've been out in it twice and nothing far, but it's been watch TV and then comment from the muted phone. That's a good idea, Julie. That's awesome. I'm freezing in India. All right. Well, we got a nice little crew. Make sure you share this with your team. Make sure that I did not, and I have to apologize because I totally forgot to pull my winner, but I will pull the winner for my success book. Oh, I'll do that tomorrow. I'll put it up in the comments. I apologize. I totally forgot. I really did. I was doing team stuff and we had to run to the store and then I had to figure out what I wanted to eat. It's just been, like I said, I've had brain freeze. It's just been like, just brain freeze. So, but I will. So make sure that you know that I swear I will give one away and I'll give another one away. I do it on likes and shares. So, get it out to your team. I appreciate it. I think that sometimes we just need to hear from people other than who they hear from all the time, right? They like to hear from other people. I know I like to hear from other people besides myself, but I picked mindset because I really feel like we get stuck in mindsets. And we don't really realize where our growth pattern comes from. And it's a mindset. You know, we make up our minds about stuff well before we do anything, right? Think about it. Dinner. Dinner's a perfect example. Before you make dinner, you're going to make up your mind as to what you're hungry for. Very rarely are we going, oh, let me just throw this together because this will just be fabulous to eat. No, we've made up our mind that we're hungry for something or we want to eat whatever. It's a mindset. It's something you do with your business as well. You make up your mind, believe it or not, whether or not you want to be successful before you even are successful. It's the mindset. It's something that we do. It sets everything in place. And we control that. We control our mind. We're going to control everything that we do with our business. We're going to control everything with our mind. And my youngest son, Johnny, and I yesterday, excuse me, have the hiccups now, but go figure. We were talking about his conspiracy theories because he likes to follow that. And I have an open mind to listening to them, although factual things and stuff that keeps me from really falling into this conspiracy stuff that goes on all the time. I find it very interesting, but I don't always, I don't believe a lot of it, okay? So in the meantime, we were just talking about it, and he showed me some videos. And my mindset, it's pretty much already made up, but I'm open enough to want to share with what he believes. And then we together collectively talked about different theories on our own, or what we would think was happening, or where it was going. So I really feel like it's very important to have an open mind all the time with everything that goes on in life. Parenting, relationships, business, all of it. Mindsets are, if you have a growth mindset, that means that you're positive. It means that you'll try to learn new things. It means that you're not, if you'll say I can, you won't use I can't. You'll be like, I can do that. Whatever. Those are positive growth mindsets. If you want to have a fixed mindset, and I know you know people like this because I know people like this, and they are the ones that will always give you, and I wrote down a few, they'll be, they don't try, they'll give up easily, they'll avoid a challenge, something like a long time ago when somebody said to me when I was just learning how to drive, oh, why don't you try going a different way? Now, GPS was not a thing back then, right? So going a new way was a little frightening because you were like, don't know where I'm going and I'm going to get lost. And then there's no cell phone in the car to call anybody. So it was a challenge, right? But it made you grow your mind because you went a different way. You looked at different scenery. I share that a lot on my YouTube videos with your business. Don't get stuck in that same pattern of how you do things all the time. A lot of the changes going on in our business right now. The fact that we're going to do they want more online sales. They're trying to push more to a digital platform. Not against that. I think that's a fabulous idea. I love the idea of the online ordering. I personally love buying online. But it's a change, and you have to be open to different possibilities and things of the future and where you're going to be going to be able to grasp them. Of course, do I think that there's due process and stuff? Sure. And do I have those blocks that goes, I don't like the change, and that's me. I really don't like change. I share it with you guys all the time. Believe it or not, I really don't. I don't like change. I mean, I'm dealing with new things all the time in my life. For instance, I'm trying to move. That's a whole new thing for me. It's scary, and the same token is exciting. I want to get, I can remember being young and not having kids and not having a lot of responsibility, and how easily it would be to just go and do whatever, right? To where now, it's a lot harder. You're so much more planted where you're supposed to be. And it's not like I have a job that's jetting me somewhere or anything like that. It's like I'm going to up and just go start something all the way new at my wonderful ripe age of almost 49. I'm just starting over somewhere else. And it's scary. But if you have that mindset that's open, that's ready for a challenge, that wants to challenge yourself as well. I'm going to be learning new ways around. I'm going to be, new people, new neighbors, new restaurants, you're so used to things, like everything that goes on. So, I mean, you have to have this open mindset, right? So much more funner when you're younger without any possibilities and, things holding you back, but not impossible. Your business, when there's changes that come across, like we're dealing with now with more online stuff, let's challenge each other on ideas. Let's think of what are some great things we can be doing that that are going to be challenging to us and that can move our business and make us more successful. Like, not stop doing what you're doing. Don't stop doing what you're doing now. Add to it. Do something new. And that's basically what the company's trying to get us to do. Turn over that new leaf, push us into the realm of newness, okay? Because we do need pushed. But I think we have a lot of great ideas. I think when it comes down to it, entrepreneurism, home-based businesses, direct sales, what we do for a living, we are very creative people. I like to remember, like, when I first started my business, I've been doing this for 17 years. And when I first started my business, way back when, how I used to sit at my office and my desk, and was in the basement at the time, and my kids were babies, so they would go to bed early. So they would go to bed, and then they were always in bed by 7, and I would have until like 11. So I had a good few hours just to myself with the computer to think of some marketing plans, places I could advertise, where I could find new customers, what I could do with the customers I had now, how I can up my sales, where I can find new recruits. And that's what I brainstorm time was. It was at nighttime when the kids were sleeping. And I'll tell you, that's one of those things that I loved the most about having my own business, was the fact that my possibilities were endless. Nobody was telling me what I needed to do, when I needed to do it, what time I needed to do it at. They were not telling me, oh, Lisa, you can't do that at your desk because we don't do that here. Or, oh, that's a great idea, but we're not going to do that right now. They could shut you down. I mean, do you have a job right now where you might be full of ideas that would help the company so much, but yet when you give it to people, when you tell them what your ideas are, they're like, nope, don't want it, very closed-minded. Mindset's done. They don't want any new ideas. What is it? They might not want the new ideas from you. Maybe they don't want to pay you for them. Maybe they don't want to think that they need to think about them. They want to come up with the ideas. It's your business. You do whatever you want with it, right? You can think however you want to think. You can do however you want to do. So that's why mindset was so important to me this week. And I thought, I don't know if I can talk about it for a whole freaking hour, but I'm going to tell you what, this plays a big part in my business. This is something that even when I thought about the book, I said, oh, well, you want to write a book? You want to do something that's not comfortable? Do it. Step outside of the comfort zone, like I'm always telling everybody to do, and just do it. Start and do it. If you don't, you sit down, everything has to start somewhere. So just start doing it. Everything is at our fingertips, you guys, everything. And I get so excited when I start thinking of things that I know I can start implementing in my own life or in my own business. And then I get excited to want to share them. And that's the same thing I like to do with my customers. And now, I'm utilizing some of the things and the tools the company has put in place to help me do. So they've put like a few incentives in place. So how can I take the incentives that are in place and make these work for my benefit? How can I put these things that are not costing me any money, somebody else has put them there, and use those to grow my business? Which is going to better the company and myself in the long run. And then how am I going to take that and share it with others? Share it with you, share it with my team, other leaders, and become strong and more powerful with that. And that's where I'm at. So I had all these papers on my desk, and I've been taking lots of notes and brainstorming a bunch of stuff. And I think it's going to be a good thing. I do. I honestly believe that in the long run, it's going to be fabulous. One of the things I was thinking about and I want to share is, there are so many people out there that They just really, they want online businesses. They want to do everything from their phone or their computer, their laptop. They don't want to have extra paperwork. They don't want to have a book. They don't want to have a party. They don't want to do any of this. It's all digital to them. There's a lot of that. There's a very good portion of people that do that, right? Then you have your other people. They like the book. They like to shop out of magazines. They like to go to the stores. They like brick and mortar, all of that, right? And maybe they like to have parties. They like all of that interaction, whatever. You have that. Then you have the ones that sway in between. So you got these ones over here, and you got these ones over here, and then you got those ones that are in between. They're good, man. They bump over here. They like, this is good online, and then they go over here and bump, and they go, but I like this. It's a nice blend. Our business has a beautiful blend, okay? They want it to blend better. They want us to just find all of it, become all the possibilities. The college students that are out there that, Avon put in place rapid pay for us. Like, how exciting is that? Like, whoop, whoop, right? 2 days after our order ships, you're getting your money in your hand. So I have those moms that have joined my business and not stayed because they're like, I'm at home, I'm busy, I'm doing all these things, and here I am. I want you to, I want my money. I'm like, they're calling me up. Lisa, I sold all the stuff. I got like $48, $50 sitting in my account. When am I going to get that money? And I'm like, well, first or the 15th, they deposit in the account. Well, it's like, the 2nd or the 3rd, or it's just the 16th, or we just missed that date. And they're like, I got to wait till the end of the month. I got to buy diapers now. My kids are hungry today. Well, now I can say, hey, you have that money in 2 days, right from when it ships. You don't have to wait anymore. Those college kids that won't go out on the weekend and party and have a good time, they don't have no spending money because they're all broke. Oh, now they can have a little business, digital business. They could be selling, friends, get their family on, people out of state, buying from them. They could tell their mom, hey, could you tell all of your friends that they need to get on there and get their stuff so that I can have some money by the weekend, then you don't have to give it to me. A whole different avenue, right? That's where you want to target that market. Now, does that mean that you don't talk to people? Does that mean that you don't have a hands-on kind of business anymore? No. See, I'm a hands-on kind of business. They might not be, but I am. So I enjoy the people. I enjoy that. Let's talk. Let's have coffee. Let's look at the brochure. Let's get some samples in your hand. Let's have some people over to your house and do some skincare. I like that kind of stuff. Hands-on kind of stuff. Makes me money right now. I can see it. That relationship building that I feel like is going to go a long way. So I'm going to change my mindset and say, I'm into this digital thing over here, and I'm going to learn how to do it really well. So I'm smart enough so that I can share it with the ones that I know are going to want that all the way. And then I'm also going to maintain my relationship business, the one that I love, the one that has gotten to me where I am today, the one that I'm used to. And I'm going to tell them, hey, here we are. Here's your book. But there's incentives, and I want to try to get them. So I have customers, and they love me, right? Your customers loving you, right? And you're going to tell them, listen, your order is large enough. I want to put that on my website. I'm going to come over and show you how, and it's going to ship right direct to you. But I'm going to bring you a book when I come because I want to bring you some samples. But I want this trip. I want to go to Jamaica, and this is going to help me get there. Isn't that the best of both worlds? Can't you see the possibilities are endless now when it comes to your business? It's not just about doing business one way or the other. It's about doing it collectively together. It's a nice marriage that's going to be put together. Avon becomes more for the younger generation, more appealing to somebody who wants to earn that money. We have a price point that's a whole lot more competitive than the other ones out there. I have friends that have joined other direct selling companies that are a little higher priced, and they were challenged because their friends didn't have money to buy the product that they were selling because they were in the same predicament. Can't afford that. I can't afford maybe a mascara, Well, we have more. We have a variety, and they can do what they want with it. And how much easier it is for that mom, that stay-at-home mom, or that college student, or whoever it is, to say to them, hey, this is how easy it is. This is how wonderful it's going to be. And I'm a mentor you. I'm going to be able to help you. You're going to be a great team leader. You're going to say the same thing. I'm right here behind you. I'm backing you, what you need. And in the meantime, hey, I'm sitting there at my doctor's office with my kid, and I see a few of my friends that I've met that bring their kids in for their checkups, and we're all having a conversation, and I'm telling them how I'm earning an extra few $100s a month, and I'm not doing anything except sitting at the doctor's appointments with my kids, or running to the playground, going to soccer, going to football, going wherever it is that I'm going, but I'm still making money. And I don't have anything extra coming to the house, not taking any more time, right? So can you see where I've had to take my mindset this week and wrap my head around stuff and be happy and sad and great and wonderful and not so happy and then sad, and it's been like an emotional roller coaster in my brain. And I put it all down on paper because that's what I do well. And I said, this is your problem, Lisa, right here. This is your problem, this mindset. This is a challenge that's going to help you grow. It's a growth mindset. You're being challenged. You're going to fail, and it's an opportunity to grow, right? That's a growth mindset. Or you're going to look at it and say you failed, and then you're going to be like, oh yeah, it just limited my abilities. I just can't do it anymore. I can't. It's not happening. Shouldn't have done it. I knew this was going to happen. You're around people like that. Don't you hear that stuff all the time? I have a conversation with somebody and that's like all they say. And you're constantly trying to figure out the right stuff to bring them back up again. And then finally you're exhausted and you're like, well, I don't even want to have this conversation with them anymore because it's just not going anywhere. And then you don't even ask. I have people in my life that unfortunately I don't ask, how are you, to them. I don't say that at all. And you know why? I know the answer. It's going to be an hour of everything that's wrong with them. It's I can see my levels drain as I'm talking to them. My face is becoming paler. I'm like having a hard time keeping my head above water while I'm talking to them, And it's okay that you have a bad day. I've had people say, how you doing? And I'm just, I'm just not having a good day today. It's been a crap day. Nothing's good. How's your day? That's what I say. I'd rather hear all about them because I have nothing to bring to the table right now. I'm at a blank. So I just don't. But it doesn't stay like that. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to have a better day. I'm going to figure out how to make it better. I'm going to figure out how to make more money. I'm going to figure out how to make and turn this to my advantage because that's what I enjoy doing. And it really all starts with the mind, man. We are so challenged. And my son and I, and he's 13, and we had such a good conversation about it last night. They think it's funny, my kids, because I use the placebo effect on them growing up. Now, I don't know if you've done this with your kids, but I did it with mine, and it worked. Like a charm. And my kids would say, oh, mommy, I have a tummy ache. I don't feel good. And I know there's nothing wrong with them. They're not sick. Maybe they do have a little tummy ache, but usually it's like, if we get your mind off of it, you'll feel better type of thing. So I used to carry around those little orange candies, and they were little white round pills. They were orange, little sugar tablets. Very good. Almost like a Tic Tac, but small, little round white, whatever. And I used to keep those in my purse. So when they said that, I go, here, let mommy give you medicine. And I would take 2 out, I'd give it to them, and they would eat them. And then they would go do their thing, and they'd come back. I go, you feel better? And they were like, oh, yeah, I feel better. It was candy. And I didn't give them medicine. But the mind thing is, oh, I have to have medicine to feel better. It's like I have to take something for my head, or I have to take something for my stomach. And so my 13-year-old knows that when he doesn't feel well, he can almost think himself out of it unless he's like really sick. Now, if you're really sick, you're not thinking your way out of it. But if it's like, kind of think you don't feel good. I mean, did you ever just go, you concentrate on it long enough, you're in the toilet. I can remember when I just don't feel good. If I concentrated on it long enough, if I just sat there, all I'd have to do is go into the bathroom and think about going to the bathroom or going and being sick. And I would be, because that's like my mind just, you can control that. So we were talking about that a little bit last night, and I said, it's kind of funny because that's exactly, I said, you're already realizing now at a very young age that you have a whole lot of control over yourself, and you're young, so that's good. You can be happy. And he likes to be happy. He tells me all the time, I choose so much to be happy. This is how this is how he tells his friends. I'll hear him tell his friends, don't be depressed, don't do this. You have a choice. You should be happy. I do things to keep me happy. I do give myself a little credit for that because that's my mindset. And I rub off on them. And I'm trying to rub off on you guys. I really am. I really was struggling this week thinking, God, I don't even know how to spin this in my life. And, my mind was boggled down with the what ifs and the I don't knows, and this is never going to work. And why are we doing this? And why are we fixing what's not broken? And blah, blah, blah. The same things I know you're thinking about in your head. I haven't even read the comments yet, but I will in a minute. Okay. But I mean, and I finally was just like, now, Lisa, let's get into your inspirational stuff. Let's get into where your growth goes. What do you go to? Where's your go-to? So I read some of my little books that helped me. And then I started thinking a little bit about what I've done in the past, how I started my business. Then I put myself as a newbie. How, if I was brand new, just coming in, what I would do. As if I had no past at all with my business. Clean slate. And I thought, I know what I would do. And then I started getting ideas. We have a beautiful high five incentive that's on the board. And how can you work that to your advantage? I mean, have you really given it some thought? I might not want those $5 that I'm getting off the customer for every online order. I might give it back to my customer. That's a thought, right? It's your money. You can do what you want with it. It's a nice incentive. I can use an incentive given to me, and I can use it as an incentive with my customers. You have to jump outside of the box, you guys. We really do. We can't stay trapped in this is the only way it works. I mean, and I'm not getting any younger, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I know many of my reps aren't getting any younger. I actually helped a rep that's been with our company, with Avon, for almost 50 years. All right? She's on my team. She was like nested. Obviously, I haven't been with the company that long, but she is on my team. And she called frustrated about something. And I said, listen, you know what? I know you're not getting any new customers. She doesn't want to stop. Anytime she thinks she's going to quit, more people say, oh, I need some stuff. She feels like she wants to get it. You get in this thing. I said, do me a favor. You have a website, which she doesn't get on the computer. She doesn't get on social media. She doesn't have any of that. This isn't gonna be her thing. But she knows she has a website. I said, how about you place your own order on that website? Get yourself a free brochure. Quit spending money on books. You see all your customers, you talking to them in person, right? So just get the one book. I said, show them your website. Either have them get it themselves or you get it. Your order's over 40, you'll make more money. You don't pay for shipping. Do it that way. Maybe do it than you do whenever you have orders instead of worrying about having a date. Oh my gosh, she was like, that's a fabulous idea. She goes, Lisa, I didn't even realize I could do that. I said, then why couldn't you do that? Right? It works for her. And she's like retired, right? Oh, sorry, guys. I'm getting a call on my computer, which is odd. Okay, I hope that didn't screw anything up and you can still hear me. But just using our imagination, thinking outside the box, doing things that, are going to help us grow our business, right? That's where we're at. That's what we have to do. That's what self-employed people do. That's what entrepreneurism is. Thinking outside the box, making things work for us that wouldn't naturally probably work, right? So I'm going to read some of the comments, see if I have anything that we can talk about collectively together. I know that I have to go back. So, oh, Jody has a visitor. She has to go. That's awesome. Thank you, Kim shared with her groups. I could go all the way back here. Oh, Anthony's on. Hi, Anthony. Let's see if we have any others. Isabella's catching up later. Hi, Nikki. Nikki's on. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. If it helps them, then that's where we want them. We want them to watch something positive that's going to help them grow, right? Birmingham, Alabama, Janetta, that sounds so fabulous. I'm sure it is not 0 degrees there right now. Let's see. We have Barbara. It's just wherever I live. Thank you, Barbara. I know. I mean, I like to think that I'm going to be successful, but you know, it's scary out there. It's scary to move, but it's going to be good. I'm excited about it. So, oh, let's see. We have Kathy shared. Thank you. More millennial friendly. Yes, Mary Franco. More. And you know what? It's not even about the millennials, really. It is a little bit, but we're almost out of that era. I don't know. I don't keep up. There's like Generation X and there's the millennials, and I'm not sure what the new ones are. I don't know where that falls. Not real sure. Not good at that. But we are definitely more hands-on types. So yeah. Hi, Rebecca's on. Awesome. I have to play to replay. It'll be here. The replay is always here. Oh, Brandy made it. Patricia says, I can't believe you're talking about this today. I had one of those days today. See, you feel defeated. I know. That's what I'm trying to say. I had a week of that, okay? Depressions. And yes, depression about the winter. Winter hits and it is awful. I'm telling you, it is very hard when the sun doesn't peek its head out. And we, where I live, northeastern Ohio, get very little sun. It's not very fun at all. Looking for the dollars yourself because nobody's going to pay you but you. And that's exactly right, Julie. Ooh, Barbara is booking her flight for RevFest. And that's the other thing. Let me tell you, RevFest is coming. So yeah, we have our PC changes. They're going to tell us about that at RevFest. But honestly, you guys, I'm so excited to be in New Orleans with everybody. We are going to have so much fun. I mean, those are the kind of things that I cannot wait for. And I didn't book a flight yet because I don't even know, where am I living? Where am I flying from? So should be down in Georgia by then, so it's a little closer. Actually, 6-hour drive, I think. I could probably drive it, not that I want to, but, you know, that's how that is. Kelly says, to keep a good mindset, I'm going, what is she saying? Waking up at 5, listening and reading something positive, and then going to do yoga. Oh, that sounds fabulous. I hope this gives, yes. Yep, I'm telling you, yoga is a good idea. I think about that. Stretching just sounds like something I should be doing more of. Also keep in mind, you know, we turned over healthy leaves this year, you know, not smoking anymore. Eric's quit. That's been positive, huge change in our life, right? That's going well. Trying to eat a little better. You know, I've been watching like all these little specials on things you should eat, not eat, and blah, 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 and processed foods and all this stuff that's bad for you. So, you know, with our Spirit product that we have all this health going on in our business, like trying to implement that more into my own life so that I can share it more easily when I'm out with people. Because you guys, you know, when like it comes to skincare, I could talk about it all day. I love skincare. I love it. I love doing it. I love how it feels. I'm addicted to it. I can think of worse things to be addicted to, but I can talk about it easily. I know how to do it and take care of it and what works and what doesn't work. And that's how I want to be about my health, you know, when it comes to like the Aspira and stuff, because some are really good, but others are not. Stacy says she can't wait. I know, I can't wait either. Yes, Phyllis, Johnny is coming to RevFest. That is the plan. He is doing his online school. Of course, we won't be in school then, but yeah, he's coming. He's excited. Of course, New Orleans will be a new little twist for him. And then I was so blessed to have made Silver Executive this year. Of course, struggling, you know, like everybody is right now to get back to that because sales are low because we're in that time, but they're coming up. We can feel optimistic to know that everything's coming back, but I did earn a trip for 2 to Maui. Now, I never thought I would make 1 trip to Hawaii, let alone 2 paid trips to Hawaii. So this will be my 2nd trip going on with Avon, and it's like their last real PRP trip, so it's going to be bittersweet, to say. But again, looking forward to changes because that's what works that's what works in life. But I get to bring my sister, who, of course, has never been to Hawaii. So she's never thought she would get to go, and that would be a trip she would never take. So she's absolutely tickled about it. And Eric gets to bring his brother. So we get to bring family with us and enjoy like a nice little vacation with family and give them something that we wouldn't normally be able to give. So very very happy and very grateful for that we get to do that. So that and Rep Fest this year in New Orleans. And Amy says, don't miss Northeast Ohio. No, I'm sure I know you don't. North Carolina, that's And then Kathy says, thinking about making a big move somewhere warm all year. Tired of the Wisconsin winters. That's tough. Wisconsin is, I mean, you guys get colder than us right now. So I know that's a rough one. Let's see. Phyllis is excellent. Oh, yeah. We're going to be all about taking those pictures. Patricia says, do a lot of a rep, bring their husbands. Yes, they bring their husbands. A lot of them, Patricia, bring their families. They make it like a little small mini vacation. Why not, right? You can come in a couple days earlier or a couple days later. You get to stay while you're doing Rep Fest stuff. If they don't want to be involved in all of it, which some of them do, it's a blast. And for what, $59? I might have that wrong, but I know you bring in that guest. If they don't want the swag bag, and they can come to some of the things. And it's a great experience, and I'm a firm believer of let's support a company at convention. Let's go see what's going on. This should be something that, I mean, even if you're doing this, your business, like I know people that do businesses like just like kind of part-time, they're not even putting a whole lot into it. And they're making conventions and it's costing them a lot more than what Avon's charging us. So, yeah, come, Tricia, bring the family, bring your hubby, whatever works, right? You're going to love it. I mean, they're going to have a good time too. Gives them the whole big picture too of what we do, which is kind of cool. I love that too. Hey, Mary. Mary made it on. Janetta says she became a vegetarian the 1st of November and healthy. Yeah, that's good. Can't do that. I do keto better than I would veggie because I like meat. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. I'm all about, I just really, steak is one of my favorite meals. And, it's right up there with pasta and meatballs. I can't, that one's hard, but good for you, Janetta. I'm glad because I do know a lot of people that are, and they love it. So, Ide's bringing her whole family. I just love Ide. She is just right here in my heart. That's awesome. They're going to have a great time. We're going to have a great time with them. Martha says, hi, how are you? Jessica, thank you. Thank you. Yep. It's, a nice earned trip, let me tell you. But there's some other ones on, anyone bringing their youngest kids, 10 years. Lisa, my son comes to everything with me. He's 13. He's been to the last few ones that we've gone to. Of course, he's pretty self-sufficient, so I usually bring his game systems and whatever. If he doesn't want to do anything, he stays in the room, which is no big deal. But you can bring them, absolutely. And like I said, they make a family vacation out of it. So if you have other family with you and you have your kids, then they have something to do. But even if you, wanted to bring them and whatever, you can. Because like Mary's bringing her kids. It's a great big road trip for their whole family. Prime rib grill, Chris. I know, right? I just got to have that. I couldn't do without that. Just couldn't. Let's see. Julie Phillips just found out today my daughter is getting an award. Really? Ooh. Well, do share. What kind of award? The things like Jamaica, Los Cabos is still on board. These are the things that I've learned. If you want bad enough, you do it. If you want to be successful bad enough, you will be. It doesn't set back to say, I have the people that, oh, Lisa, I just feel like I've tried everything and I'm not successful. It must be me. It's me, immediately that doomsday wants to turn the words around and go, oh, bring it all in and be like, it's me. I'm not successful because this must be my personality. People don't like me, and then immediately you need to look at what mindset you're using. You are using a fixed mindset that's doomed for failure, that doesn't let the growth in because it's fixed. Break down that yuck stuff. It is not you. It does not matter what color you are, what education you have, what country you speak from. If you have a high accent, meaning like it's hard to understand, maybe you don't speak as clear as other people. It doesn't matter what you were raised with, what your family was like. When I started my book, and I didn't know how to start the book, I just started it off with how we was just born, how he was born, okay? What I came from, how I started life off from the beginning, and how many of my friends and my team members and acquaintances and people that I have met in my life, and how different we all are, but how it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the differences, you guys. All that matters is what you're going to bring forward, what you want, no matter what. Doesn't matter how long your hair is, how short your hair is, or what your health wise is, how many limbs you have. I know people with no limbs, and they're very successful people. Okay, my uncle growing up was my godfather. He was born, he had no legs from the knees down, and he had one thumb on a hand, one normal thumb, and it was called something back then, and I can't remember what had caused it, but that's how he's born. I was like, I can't even, I'm not even going to try. He ended up being head of prosthetics at a Buffalo hospital in Buffalo, New York. He was the Easter Seals baby for years. He was very successful. Never had a handicap license plate on to use. He never drove, but everybody drove him around and could have gotten that because they had him. Never wanted it. Never looked at himself as being handicapped at all. Didn't feel that at all. Just shorter if he didn't have his legs on. Good around, he got around just fine. Had nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with that. So, you know, sometimes you have to think about things. And my 13-year-old even said that to me. He goes, Mom, you know, when people think they're having such a bad day, he goes, sometimes I just think of all the things I do have that makes my life happy. That other people that I see on the internet and on YouTube and whatever, they don't have any of it. You know, they have missing things. They're sick or something's wrong with them. He says, so sometimes I find that, you know, getting that power from that. So Kelly's working good. Yes, work on Jamaica. I'm telling you, very doable, you guys. It really, really is. Tiffany says, working towards earning my first time to Ref Fest this year with my family. Yep, that's where you need to be. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You work it in there, girl. I'm telling you, just write it down and figure it out. People will, if you're going to take your family, that's just going to be your family. But there's other reps. I mean, if you're wondering, there's people out there you can share rooms with. There's people out there that you can travel with. First few years, I did conventions. They weren't open to all the reps. We did it as leadership, and we just rode in the same car. We drove all night. We stayed in the same room. We're never in the room. We didn't care. I think there's 6 of us in a room the first one I ever went to. So, let's see, student of distinction, and sure what that means. I don't know. Tracy says, anyone friends with Angela Hedberg? Her husband just posted she passed away from a heart attack today. Oh, no. No, I did not know that, Tracy. I'm going to have to look. That's terrible. That's so sad. Isn't that a nice reminder that we only have one life? And that if you pissed away this whole today and this whole week on moaning around because you didn't like change, that's a good reminder for me to be like, Lisa, you're still breathing. You need to be successful. You need to just embrace it and move forward because you're giving the opportunity to. Some people don't get that opportunity tomorrow. Why not have that opportunity tomorrow? So what are we waiting on? I hate to be so working on Cabo in Jamaica. Of course, Mary, that's awesome. Lisa says, anyone know if we need passports to fly? No, just out of the country. Lisa, that changes with our driver's licenses, but that doesn't change till 2020, I believe. You can look into it, but I don't think it does. I have a passport, but I don't think it does. So let's see. No, Patricia, it wasn't polio. It was something different. Let's see. Yep. Lydia is just out of the country. Thank you. That helps. Hey, Chris, how are you? Staying warm? I see my girl Chris is on. All right, let's see. Good times. Yep, that was. See, Stacy's remembering when we went all in the car and we stayed in the same room. We've done that a couple times. And it's, you know what? It's a room. Like, if you don't get hung up on things that you think you can't afford when you're doing them, you can afford them. You just need to figure out how to afford them. So if you have to split the room cost, what are you in there? Like, I think the one trip we went on, even with Stacy, we went and we drove and there was the 4 of us. I know Eric came with us. So it was all women and Eric, and it was so funny. We all stayed in the same room. But, you know, like, who cared? You know, like, we weren't, you know, we just slept. We the bathroom has a door on it. It wasn't any different than being at your house, and then we went and did our stuff. So that was awesome. We did that. Yes, yes, we are not promised every second. That is so true, Janetta. But you know what? You guys, there are a lot of things that are different and are going to be different. And like I know I have done lots of videos on change and how if we can be promised one thing, I can tell you that's going to be guaranteed for tomorrow, and that's going to be change. Like when I woke up and my main line to my house is all backed up. Can't use a lot of water in my house because it don't go anywhere. Wants to go into my basement. Called a plumber out, couldn't fix it. Come the next day with a different thing, couldn't fix it. That was yesterday. Paid him a bunch of money, and they gotta have to come back on Monday because it's still not fixed. So I have to go today, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday until Monday morning till I can wash clothes normally and run the water normally. So we flush sparingly. Everybody gets like 4 flushes a day when we leave the house. Take a shower. I just let the water go in the tub and then I just drain it out little by little all day long. I mean, like we're figuring out a way around it. We're working with it, right? But what are you gonna do? I mean, you can't change it. It's uncomfortable and pain in the butt, right? And that's a lot of times what happens with life. Things become a pain in the butt and we go figure out a way around them. We're gonna sit around all day and be feeling sorry for ourselves and not figure out a way around them? Or are we going to put some action into it? Go back to the beginning. And that's what I did. Went back to the beginning. What would I be doing if I was brand new? What would be exciting to me if I was brand new? And that's what you need to do. What is in your business that's going to be exciting if you were just starting it today? That's what you have to figure out. Like you have no background of it. You have to just wash your head of it and just go new. And that's where the success is going to be. Stacy, we were never in the room. It didn't even matter. We didn't sleep. We didn't even sleep on the way there. It's just too funny. Yep. So, but that's my stuff on mindset, you guys. That's why I had it on mindset, new results. If you make your mind up to be positive, you will be positive. You make your mind up to be negative, you're going to be negative. If you make your mind up to be that you can't, you won't. If you say I can, you have a better opportunity of doing it and accomplishing it, right? That's just the way it is. And then before you know it, things change again. So don't get too comfortable. I'm just saying, they're going to change again. Always going to change. This new social media stuff, how many people are like, I don't like live videos. I don't like to do this. I'm not on Instagram. I don't do Facebook. I don't like blah, blah, blah. All I'm hearing is I don't, I won't, I can't, I'm not going to, I don't want to make any more money. I'm comfortable where I am. I'm not doing nothing different. And that's fine. Guess what? There might be an opportunity there that you're missing. So you just might want to jump in. You don't have to understand any of it. Figure it out as you go. I have figured out everything that I've done, all on the go. That's what I've done. So let's see if we have any more questions in here. Yep, change is inevitable, Patricia. God, you got that right. Can I explain the high five? I probably can't. Let me look. Hold on. I have that on a thing. I have to put glasses on. Let me see if I can find it for you. And then I will see what it said about the high five. It's very simple. It's an incentive that's going to go on for us from the 2nd until the 28th, starts tomorrow. You earn a $25 bonus for every 5 unique customers that order at least $50 or more unlimited. So 5 people have to order from you online. It has to be $50 or more, and you're going to get a $25 bonus. It's $5 for each one. Customer promotion to help you with that is a $50 online order is going to get the free products. So they're giving away the Love, I think the Love Lash or something else, and it's eligible for rapid pay. And it's free shipping at $40, so it's well worth it. And of course, we all know that if we could remember correctly, they brought out an A-Box over a year ago because they wanted to encourage having $50 orders. you have a $40 order, the A box is $10. So here you go on that $50 mark. So once again, they haven't changed what they're trying to get us to make money off of at all as a company. Now they're just spinning it into a different incentive. So I hope that explains it a little better for you, Julie. But it starts tomorrow. So it's from February 1st until the 28th. And yep, that's how it's going. And of course, they have the new direct deposit that we get rapid pay, which is awesome. And make sure that you're opted in for that. If you are in with Avon, you have to get in there and change that to get paid through your online earnings. And it's under Get Paid with Avon. So you need to go in and make sure it says that for sure. As far as like any kind of digital signups and stuff, that's not starting until late Q1. I mean, that's probably not till like campaign 6 or 7 that we have time for that. That is not started yet. We don't have to worry about it. We're just concentrating on the high 5, and we're concentrating on these new products that are coming out, like the Elixir, you know, and our Naked product, because that's awesome. And we're going to go with that. That's where we're at. So hopefully that helps a little bit. Let's see. Oh, the best mascara. Oh my gosh, I know it really is the best mascara ever. You're welcome, Julie. I hope it helped. That's all I got, but that's all it is. So, yeah, you'll see more about it, and you'll see it. It'll splash right on the screen too. You know, when you get on, you know, your Avon on 2.0, so it'll say that on there. So, you know what? Let's collectively together work positively for growth. Let's get what we have. Let's put it together. Let's make it happen. Let's move into this next century. Let's have fabulous businesses that are lucrative, that we can give to our children, that they understand. Because I could tell you right now, there's not a kid in my house that won't come in my office and do what I do. They don't want it. They love what I do because they love me home, but they don't want to do all that. So let's get it there so that we have that for them. And so again, look for, I'll either come live real quick and share who won my book, because I forgot to gather the information for my drawing before. So I apologize. And in the next week, we'll do one for all the likes and shares off this one. So if you want a chance to win my Success with SCOLA, I also have another book that will be out probably, and have my hands on it at the beginning of the month, I was told. It's a co-authored book, and it is a Success Chronicles book, and it's words, influential words of wisdom, women wisdom. Geez. Well, I guess it is wisdom, but from women. And I'm excited to get my hands on it because I want to read what the other authors had to say, because I had a really good time doing my chapter. I think it's going to be a book you're going to really enjoy. I don't have a price for it yet, and I may even do a bundle with my book with it, because I can do whatever I want with it, they said. So I have to look and see where the price point is. I have no idea. I don't even know how much it costs me yet, but it is coming. I will have my hands on it this month, and you'll see more about it, and I'll be excited to get it to you. I know I'm excited to get it just because I want to read what everybody else had to write. And we'll be back in 2 weeks, and I might be in Georgia, so make sure I didn't get anything in here. Oh, thank you, Julie. She's like, she shared it multiple times. I just love you guys. You're just awesome. 5 people every day, face-to-face. Monica, see, using her face-to-face with people, talking to them, and then share the online brochure with them, share a regular brochure, and have them go online and help you get to Jamaica. Sometimes you just got to tell people what your goals are. Let them help you get there, and they will, because that's what they like to do. So you guys have a nice evening. I love you to pieces. I'm going to wrap my stuff up here, and I will see you in 2 weeks. You have a good one, and I'll see you all online. Love you bunches.